to raise the minimum wage and eliminate taxes on tips for service and hospitality workers.
Vice President Kamala Harris announcing that she supports getting rid of a federal tax on tips. The remarks were made during a campaign event in Nevada this weekend.
It comes after former President Donald Trump pledged to do the same back in June. Our David Sackrader joins us in studio now. So, David, Republicans are not happy about this announcement.
No, they are not. Republicans are accusing the Harris campaign of plagiarizing the former president, with Trump himself taking to Truth Social and writing, quote, "This was a Trump idea. She has no ideas. She can only steal from me," end quote. But regardless of where the idea originated, economists say the proposal could complicate the tax code.
My reaction is it's going to make the tax code a little bit messier.
Dr. Dale Moczek is the chair of the economics department at Northwood University. He says even though details on the proposal are limited, such a policy change could impact tipped workers very differently.
You could have a low-wage worker earning tips, which are fairly meager, and then you've got a relatively high-wage worker working at a fine dining establishment making a lot of compensation tips.
And Moczek says it's actually the low-wage worker who could lose out in this scenario.
In our tax code, there is help for low-wage workers in the form of an earned income tax credit. So if you're a parent and this policy reduces your taxable income, you may actually lose more, with your lost earned income tax credit than you're making in terms of your tax cut.
Despite the idea coming from the former president, Moczek believes the cut actually runs counter to Trump's previous attempts to reform the tax code when he was in office.
The goal of that act was to simplify taxes. And this goes in the opposite direction. It's adding a layer of complexity. It puts a little bit of politics back into our tax code.
And again, nothing is set in stone right now. Senator Ted Cruz has introduced a bill to eliminate taxes on tips that is making its way through the Senate, but neither Trump nor Harris have released their full proposal to this point. In studio, David Sackrader, ABC 12 News.